Welcome back to Potent Logic, provocative wisdom, and guidance for every man. If you want to learn about the way women want you to talk to them, keep watching. What you're about to learn in the following few minutes may astound you, may frighten you, but it has the potential to change your life and how you connect with women forever. There are certain regulations that we must obey in this life. If you disobey any of these rules, you'll find yourself in a cold, dark place with bad food. These are laws, and these are the visible rules. Yet, there's another set of rules that is less obvious. Breaking the second set of rules will not land you in jail, and it may even help you in overcoming one of the most difficult issues that many men face: talking to ladies. This hidden set of laws may be found across society because it was formed by society in order to really comprehend how things work. It is important to note the two main forms of communication used by humans. The first option is called indirect communication, and it is the primary form of communication used by girls, but also by most people in society. The entire purpose of indirect communication is simply to say something without actually saying it, and it is basically used as a safeguard to prevent someone from coming off as rude. While indirect communication can actually be incredibly useful in certain situations, in many cases it can do much more harm than good, especially if you're a guy. Think about the last time that you got turned down for something. Maybe it was a girl you liked, and when you asked her out, she said something like, "You're cute, but I'm not interested." Most of the time, she won't actually say, "Sorry, I'm not attracted to you physically." But that's probably the real reason why she said no. And she basically said no without actually saying it. To fully understand how we should proceed, we must first understand the origins of both types of communication. Indirect communication traditionally is a feminine form of communication, and it is the default setting for most girls. Now, direct communication is the total opposite, and up until the last few decades, it was the primary form of communication used by guys today. However, indirect communication is gradually becoming the default setting for many guys, and this is where problems can arise when talking to girls, and even other guys. So many dudes get it wrong. Think about it like this. Imagine you're in a restaurant and the waitress asks you if you're ready to order. Many guys will say, yes, can I have the chicken Alfredo please? And later they act surprised when the waitress isn't attracted to them. Remember, how you say something or the tone of voice that you use is even more important than what you actually say. It is important to remember that attraction is an impulse, so girls and guys have zero control. When you speak directly and powerfully, you are pressing that little attraction button that is inside most girls. Think about Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor in the Avengers movies, and how he speaks in those movies. Most of the time he is very direct in his communication, especially with the ladies, and he acts as if everything that he says is important. In the simple act of simply believing that every word that you have to say is important actually makes it important. This is the complete opposite of the way girls talk, and it is the most attractive way that you can speak with girls. But the benefits of powerful, direct communication are not just with girls. Speaking directly and powerfully will gain your respect from other men, especially from those who primarily communicate indirectly. For example, imagine you're in the movie theater with a girl and she says, "It's cold in here." Chances are she's indirectly hinting at you to let her wear your jacket. Remember, direct communication is masculine, like a warrior. Indirect communication is feminine, and the more feminine a man appears, the less attraction most girls will feel toward him. Except for girls who are more masculine. Since girls are from an evolutionary standpoint more vulnerable than guys, they tend to avoid conflict, which is the driving force behind their indirect communication. Now it's possible to flirt with girls using indirect communication, but the majority of the interaction should be using direct, straightforward communication. The funny thing is, girls actually want guys to talk to them like this, but they expect that most guys won't. And this is a huge advantage for the guys who do it right. Direct communication is one of the main traits of a dominant male, and it is one of the most important things for showing confidence and assertiveness. The key when speaking directly with not just girls but also guys is to be optimistic with whatever it is you're saying. In other words, the tone of your voice should sound as if you're 100% confident that the other person is going to comply or agree with what you said by simply having positive expectations from the start. In any given situation, it's more likely to end in your favor, and the same is true for negative expectations. I want you to go to the dance with me tonight, rather than, would you go to the dance with me? Is an excellent example of direct communication. In a Disney film, indirect asking a girl out is sweet. However, it is not the best option in real life. All you have to do is start speaking in a straightforward, appealing manner. Begin any phrase requesting something with the letter I, and use more assertions than inquiries. When you express something to someone as if it were a fact, it demonstrates confidence and guts, since you are standing up for something that may be received by criticism from everyone else. So many men in today's culture speak indirectly because they believe it is the nice thing to do. However, the truth is that the most courteous way to communicate or manage a problem is sometimes the least appealing way for a man to do so. We spend the majority of our time talking. Thus, the sooner you can start speaking like a warrior, the sooner girls and males will perceive you as one. It will seem strange when you get out there and start practicing if you've spent much of your time speaking indirectly and ineffectively. Just like riding a bike for the very first time, it will feel completely foreign. However, being uncomfortable is essential because it is the only way to grow as a person. When you watch a major film in a theater, you only see the final result. What you don't see are the innumerable takes and repetitions required for the final product. Girls don't mind if you are ever a shy, insecure man, as you would be attracted to a girl who was once extremely overweight as long as she is now at a healthy, appealing weight. All that matters now is who you are right now and who you can become. That's it for today's topic on the real way women want you to speak to them. For more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment. As always, it has been a pleasure.